Alright guys, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. So you guys may or may not have watched it, but we do have an older video. It is a part 1, and we are finally making part 2. I'll make sure to put the link in the description below. But it is a medieval world. It's a 250 by 250 block map. It's about 62 to 63,000 blocks in total. And yes, it may have taken us a lot of time because taking breaks or not being able to record, or just things happening in life. You guys all know how it is. But we finally finished. As you can see behind me, that's the castle, a little bit of the main, main street. And then, so now we're going to walk through, give you guys kind of like a rundown of, how it is, and may or may not be in some videos in the future. We'll have to see how it is. Alright. Alright, guys, so you'll be able to see as we go on that the quality of the houses will improve, but this is our very first house. This is one of the only ones we'll get to see the interior, but it's not bad, but, the entrance and...
This is, the first house that I ever made.
Just the overall outside view of it, it's not bad, but it progressively gets better as we go on. So here we have... we have some extra, we have some street vendors, just kind of walking down, the center thing. We have a little bit of farmland.
Why are the parrots just glitched there?
Honestly, I don't know. It's because the dying weird plants. I don't really... You see, this, the feathers and stuff, maybe they're just making the job easier. As we get over here, there are a lot of villagers kind of walking around doing their own thing. That's the wrong villager in there. Maybe they decided to change jobs or whatever. I don't really know. But so this is our armory / weapons area. You can see all the stuff that they use. We can actually kind of fly up. There's a brewing stand, anvil, things like that in there. And just a lot of really nice decorations that we tried to make it look nice. It was a little came short on some ideas here and there, but we tried. Here's a little bit more street vendors.
Looks a little scuffed, but
these are walking close to the housing. Here we have, as we get into this corner, is our farming, animal, cattle area. As you can see, there's the huge wheat farm there. Then we go here. There's nobody working here at the moment. It's kind of sad, but you can see there's all they sell the meat, all the animal products, things like that. And then Kenny forgot to have the animals, except there's a fox in here for some reason. But there'd be cows, pigs, horse, things like that in there. So it's a decently nice looking farm, not bad, not bad. So then we're gonna walk through here, and then so we have just a lot more houses. There's a lot of little housing areas, to kind of spice things up. You have important things, housing, so it's not all just bland in one area. So you walk throughout this, just nice little houses. As you can see, the quality of the houses is slowly getting better as you get on. Okay, so now we're going to take this nice little path. As you can see, we try to make, there's, the little, honey block thing, hay bales. We try to get a little creative with this stand, add some lights, even, display some, the merchandise, But so this is where, this was probably my best idea on this world, I'd have to say. This and what's coming up right after this. But it's a nice little museum. It's pretty bland. There wasn't too much. We wanted to keep it nice, simplistic, basic, so it wasn't, too much. But it's a pretty basic building structure, but I kind of like it. I also really like, this was Kenny's addition, these pillars in the front just add a little bit of texture to the building. It's very nice. Here's just some more, little stands, because this is kind of you'll see, you see that lake over there? It's, the center, what brings the village, the whole, land together, So we try to make it kind of, just, a little shop, hangout area, pretty nice all around it. So, to my left over here, this is where, at one point we had an army on this world, and I love that army with all my heart. But Kenny had other plans. So this is a little shrine to, as you see, there's a flower for each iron golem that he murdered, and the golden golem is a remembrance to all of our fallen brave soldiers that died to Kenny's commands. And yeah, very sad, tragic. But as we get into here, we have our farm, or, well, not farm, a zoo type of thing, but there's all kinds of animals, as you'll kind of get into and see. Here we have kind of the mushroom, as you can see, it's kind of little mushroom land, that type of grass and stuff. Then we have, the little frozen area. We just have some polar bears there. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. We have some nice foxes. And then as we go into here, we have our jungle area. We have ocelots, parrots, pandas. Now here, I'll let Kenny take over for a little bit, because this is where Kenny's idea started to really flourish, guys. Talk! The treehouse! Go with the treehouse! Why would I stop you from going to the...
I made a little tree... Yeah.
Go.
We made a little treehouse. It's a little scuffed, but...
So hold on. I'm having a little trouble getting up here. As you can see, there's a nice lookout platform into the abyss that's over there. We'll work on that.
There's a little hangout spot. That's where hell happened. We got moored.
Yeah, there's a lot of server glitches there. As you can see, you can kind of see from this window, you can see the castle and stuff.
Just jump on down here, walking through, just kind of like the safari zoo. A bunch of different animals roaming the area. Yeah.
Yeah, this part gets a little bit boring, you know, but hey, we wanted to try to make it like as nice for the animals as we could, you know, try to make it look like really authentic. Like what would be an actual zoo or safari area. This just
fades out. There's a castle again.
We can fly Kenny for this part. So as now we're coming back around to the front, like main part of the lake, then
I made this boat in a survival world, and it was like kind of medieval, so I kind of like wanted to fit here. It fits. We have like a little campfire.
This is just like goes back to like that earlier, like just kind of want to make like all that cozy, like a nice little meeting area for like the whole town. Just like the campfires, just more trails, you know, some more shops, just trying to keep it nice, like little open, nice like community place. And then here I'll fly over for you guys real quick. It's this nice like lake in the middle. And this, we were going to have turtles there and have little turtle shells, but we thought it maybe get a little too chaotic. We have the one little turtle, Boris. He kind of survived, and there's his wife. But just some nice, like, little fish, couple squid, dolphin, just like that, like nice, like sea creature life. Then you keep following the path, and here, this was actually one of my ideas. We have these two, like, guardian statues in front of the castle. Like, kind of like a cool little, like, addition to make the entrance not as bland, you know? And this castle, Kenny spent a lot of hard work on. This is a very nice addition by Kenny, and I'll let him describe it to you guys.
Back to this castle, me and Brandon were playing Making This World until like 10 o'clock at night. He had to go to bed because he had to swim in the morning. But I decided to make a castle. Spent like 5 hours on it, went to sleep at like 3 in the morning, had zero plan. Come into the interior, Brown.
We're going to the right, the right first, yeah.
Empty. These are our shrines. My pee bucket.
Yeah, so this is my shrine here with fences,
green.
and then this is Kenny's monstrosity.
And we go upstairs.
We haven't decorated
There's
much of the castle, but the interior, Kenny did a lot of work on the interior here. I didn't.
Over here, little indoor garden, nice little dining room. Then in here, just nice little storage room area. Oh, I think this is weird, but this is our secret tunnel. Short.
Yeah. This may also appear in a later video, but we'll have to see what happens. Depends how much you guys like this one. Yeah. Speaking of which, make sure to like and subscribe to us, guys, because we would really appreciate the love and support. We're trying to improve the content, trying to keep you guys entertained. But now I'll take over a little bit again, and then Kenny will wrap the video up. So as you leave the castle towards what would be the right-hand side of the map from the entrance, we get into more of like the medieval type of things, I guess you could say. So here we have a little mine. It's a little bit chaotic in this area, but that's the whole point. It's like kind of like a mine shaft. There you can see it's kind of like corrupt and stuff. It was really hard to do because we didn't really have too much of a plan. We kind of tried to freestyle it, but we did the best we could. And here you can see like it starts like right here at the end of the railroad. It's like the more like raw ores, and then it gets more refined, and this is where it's ready to be sent out and shipped, and you use out the various things, tools, armor, everything you need in a village. And then so as we get past the mines up into the top right corner, then we get into the barracks area, which there's a little bit more farmland, you know, for the food and stuff. Then there's like little like stations, there's a bunch of like armor making things. That's where like sharpen your tools, like get all your supplies ready. Here's a little like table, like this like kind of like a meeting area for all like the like weaponsmiths, armorers, soldiers, all that kind of stuff. And then you go this way. There's no horses in there at the moment because they're probably out doing something, but there will normally be horses in here. So we're going to cut back around here. Now this is where that barracks kind of ties into this. Is this little like, I guess you could say like stadium, like arena type of thing.
Like a Coliseum.
Yeah, Coliseum type of thing, vibes. But kind of like toned down a bit because, again, it's medieval times. They didn't have all the crazy kind of resources you can see. But they did the best they could, you know? So you have a little, like, stand...
We can do a video
like,
of the future fighting in here.
Depends. You guys should comment below what you guys think that we should do in this world, because there's a lot of opportunities, like hide-and-seek, battle royale, all kinds of stuff. But it's pretty basic, you know, just a little bit of things like, for, like, the horse races, PvP, all that kind of stuff. And now we're going to cut over here, guys. I'm going to let Kenny kind of take over, because this is where Kenny's, like, creative mind started to go, and I just kind of did what he told me to do. So here you go, Kenny. Start over here.
Right here's just kind of like a town. There's no decoration or anything, but it just kind of gives the town hall. And over here's the prison.
Alright, and then over here, you know, I know I started let Kenny take over, but I kind of had some fun with this one, because we got up to a little shenanigans in here, you know. But, so this is our prison, you know, where people like me, we spend a lot of time, you know. And then, so we got, like, the cells over here. We kind of did some detailed. Nice try, Kenny. But, so, there's, like, the actual, like, prison bars, you know, with these levers actually open the doors. Then we have a bigger cell for, you know, like, let's say they arrest, like, a gang of, like, people that just struck to the church or something. They go in here, you know. Kind of keep them together.
Holding cell.
And then these two houses over here, you know, they are pretty close to the prison, but these are for, like, the police, the enforcers, you know, if, like, let's say there's, like, a breakout or something, they know they gotta get the strap, gotta get on it right away. They're right here, right on the call, you know, just right there, keeping watch 24/7. Then, you know, it's a little bit more basic, you know, you got some of the wheat farming over here, just, because it's off on the sides, you know, more of, like, the... It's not economic, what's the word for it? I don't know, you know, you guys comment below. Yeah, agriculture, that's what it is. But, you know, so you have, like, little, like, bakery type of thing over here, you know? Then you have a lot of, like, hay bale, and it's, like, a little, like, stash. You got the honey right there, too. Now, over here, okay, so now, guys, so these houses here, this is actually the only bit of the houses that me and Kenny both, like, equal, like, creative mind on it. And we both added, like, our own little touches to, you know, kind of make it a little bit more... stand out a little more, look like a little more natural, like, nicer housing, you know? Maybe this is, like, where the wealthy lived. Like, you know, it's, like, by, like, the, like, prison, the town hall, church, all that kind of stuff, you know, kind of where, like, the wealthy would live. So the houses are a little bit more higher quality. So I'll let Kenny go first, then I'll say what I did.
To connect all these houses, there wasn't a lot of room. We just put farmland, put some bamboo, sugar cane. Then Braylon did some of the decorating.
Yeah, so, you know, with the roofs, you try to keep it nice and, like, airy, like, glassy, you know, so it's, like, nice, like, all, like, bright light, you know, if they want to, like, have, like, a little loft, you know, like, do their own little design on it. But we tried to make the doors a little bit more, like, nicer, like, you can see, like, this door over here, like, there's, like, a lot of them have the double doors. They have the little, like, pot plants to try to make it different for each house, you know. Try to add a lot more greenery around the houses, too, and it gets a little bit rough over here, because as Kenny said, we kind of had to work with what we had. I'm sure, like, a full little area of the housing, you know, there's quite a few houses. And that brings us back to in between these houses. Now, these houses, Kenny actually made this one house, and he had the great idea to make it a double house. So I'll fly up above. You can see there's, like, those 3 houses there, and there's that group of housing. So it's 2 identical houses placed right in the middle, right before you get to the thing. So it's just, like, the one house, and it's completely, it's like it's flipped, you know, like the double houses. And there's housing on each side of it. So I thought that was a cool little detail. And if you actually stand right in between them, right here, you get a nice view of, like, you get the shape, you get a little bit of the zoo in the background, you get the castle, you can see a little bit of the Colosseum, the mines, you get a whole big grand view of the whole thing. And then back over here, okay, so, alright, now we're getting off to this area, you know, we're closing off the village. But, so this is where we kind of all started things out, you know, we didn't know what much to do. Kenny did that first house, a little bit of, like, the main street, I guess you can call it. As you can see, there's, like, a gate right there, but... So this is where we I had no kind of like a loop back around. We probably could have done this first, but I just wanted to get a little bit out the way, like with the housing and stuff. I thought that was a really cool detail Kenny did. So you walk in here, it's a nice little library. There's, as you can see, you have like a patron, the librarians kind of doing their rounds and stuff. Nice little thing. It's not too much, but I thought it was a nice little thing we built. You can even have like a little enchant area to like add to like, you know, like create your own book kind of type of thing, if you want to think about it that way. Nice little campfire out front, you know, nice warm if you want to like read a book by the campfire. And they come over here. There's not much going on in the church, but this is the church, you know. It's still, like, under development. They haven't quite finished it. But it's a nice little, like, you know, medieval times are all about, like, religion. Like, I know I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to offend anybody or, like, favor towards a certain crowd, you know. But a lot of people like their religion back in the day, and they still do now. And so we thought it'd be very nice to have a church, you know, kind of by the entrance, close to the housing. Very convenient for all the people. And now this brings us back to the very front here. Like, back at all the stands. You see, there's all, like, the villagers... The really weird birds that do not want to move. I don't know what's up with them. But yeah, so now I'm going to fly up real quick, give you guys a nice overview. Alright guys, so may have been a little of a rough mess, but I did show you guys the whole village now. So now I will give you guys a top view, because honestly, I kind of like the top view, you know? It kind of gives you a good, like, layout of the village. It kind of shows you how, like, the village will kind of run and stuff, like, as I'm getting up there. As you can see, like, there's, like, the farming, you know, like, agriculture kind of, like, in the 2 corners, you know? It's a little bit spread out from, like, the mainstream. As you can see, you have like those nice little double houses, little like housing communities. You have like the church, the library, the little shops, the armor, all that kind of stuff, you know, spread out throughout the little community you have in the front, you know. And as you get more towards the back half, you have like the castle where like the royalty lives, all that kind of stuff. You have the barracks to like help defend the castle, the miners. Then you have no, not miners. We can't say that. The mines, and then you have the little Coliseum, the zoo, museum, all that kind of fun stuff. So now, guys, as I said earlier off in the video, we're going to have to end it here. But as I said earlier, comment below what you guys think. We can do like a battle royale. We can do like 2v2s, hide and seek, all that kind of fun stuff. Any other cool ideas you guys have, make sure to comment it down below. Me and I gotta go destroy the milkers, you know. We gotta get buff, pull those non-existent bitches, you know. But make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys later. We'll have a video later next week. Don't forget to click in the description below. The part 1 of this video may have been an old video, but make sure to like it up, like this video. See you guys later.